Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Makai with Cable East. I'm the fleet manager here. Today we're going to walk through a Mini X. It's going to be your day-to-day operation walkthrough and what you should be going through as you go to get on your Mini X. So first thing you want to do is you want to come back here to the engine compartment and you want to check your oil. So what you're going to do is you're going to locate this yellow dipstick, pull it out, and check it. It has its low marker and high marker. Anywhere from in the middle to a little bit above is where you want to be at. After you check your oil, your level's good. You're gonna go into your coolant level. You have this overflow tank here. Obviously when it's a colder machine, it's gonna be low. This is where you check it as a cold machine. It's gonna be your low mark. As it warms up, this fluid's gonna fill more. You have your full mark. So make sure it's good. And another point in maintenance and day-to-day operations is taking the time. You're going to pop open this air filter cover or housing. You just pop it open. It's got two little clips on each side. You pull out this filter and you can take and just, dust it off. Get some of that heavy silt that builds up on these. Check the inside. Make sure there's no, the filter's not caving in, and that just says that it's no good, that it's clogged up. So, and you can edit all this out if you want, or you can just make me look like a fool. So you've checked everything. Make sure your coolant level's good. Make sure your oil level's good. Check your air filter. Just work your way around the machine. You're gonna check your hydraulic fluid level, and if you want to use this to check your fuel level, if your gauge was to stop working, this is kind of an indicator as well. On your hydraulic level, on a cold machine, you want this level to be about right in there to midways on the level. So if you overfill this, you see it, it looks like it's low or it's midways, it's halfway full. I need to fill it full. What happens is whenever it's cold and you fill it slap full, the hydraulic fluid's going to heat up, and then it's going to essentially expand, or the volume's going to increase, and it's going to blow out of this cap right here, or somewhere where there's a breather, a hydraulic breather. This lid is vented, so it's probably going to blow out of here. You're going to freak out. Oh, I got a hydraulic leak. What do I do? When in reality, you just overfilled the hydraulic tank. So, you got your fuel cap here. Obviously, check the fuel, make sure it's good to go. So that's pretty much it for checking your fluids before you start operations on a Mini X. As a laborer or a ground hand, whatever you want to call it, one of the next things you want to do, and I kind of go through it this way because the next step you're going to do is you're going to grease the machine. 90% of the time before you go to grease the machine, you either are going to have to move it or do something to where you have to operate the machinery. So it's always best to just go ahead and check your oil, check your hydraulic fluid before you go ahead and get on it to move it. As far as greasing the machine goes, I like to start on this side of the operator's stand, just because you got these lower points right here. So you start greasing here, and then what I do is I kind of work my way out towards the bucket. So as you work your way out, you just kind of go from the top to bottom. You got your grease points there on that swivel point, and then you just kind of work your way out. You got your grease points there, up top here on this cylinder as well. And then just work your way all the way around on all these cylinders, all these pivot points, all the way down to your quick coupler and your bucket connection down here. Multiple grease points. Not only does it help you recognize if you have any issues, any hydraulic leaks, it just allows you a chance to look at your machine, make sure it's good to go for the day. So after you've greased your machine, everything's good to go. You don't have any leaks. Typically you're just going to take your time to check your tracks, your rollers, your idlers, make sure they're good. So when you're checking your tracks, typically what I do is I take and lift the machine up. So you've got your tracks off the ground, take and lower your back blade, set your bucket down. You've got your the tension off your tracks. This is a newer machine, so your tracks should be exactly where they need to be. As these newer machines break in a little bit, they're going to get a little bit looser. So typically what you do is you just have just a little bit of play. If you've got a whole bunch of play in these tracks, they're too loose. So as you check that, and you see it's too loose, what you're going to do is you're going to come right here to this bolt. You take it out, this little plate comes out with it, and then there's a grease point in here that goes to a cylinder that pushes on your idler and puts tension on the track. Typically, you want to check this at least once a week, depending on use, making sure that everything's tight on your tracks and good to go. As you're down here, you want to go ahead and check all your rollers. Make sure that they're all free spinning. Make sure that they're not bound up, wearing on your track. And then working your way into this roller as well. If this roller is wore out or hung up, it's just gonna wear off, and then we're gonna have to replace every bit of this versus just pulling this one roller off. And then as you work your way back, you've got your one idler back here. Make sure that the bevel on it is good. It's not got any burrs. Make sure it's not wore off to where the track won't stay on top of it. And typically whenever you start seeing your tracks roll off or get in a bind and come off, typically it's due to this idler being wore out. So as you work your way forward, you're checking all your rollers. You're going to look at your sprocket. As you're looking at your sprocket, what you're going to do is you're going to look at your teeth. If your teeth start getting like a flat edge or a worn off instead of that pointy edge to them, it's getting time to replace your sprockets. One of the main things I want to go over with Mini X is your blade. Your blade has a cutting edge on it. So we're talking about this bar right here with all these bolts in them. What you want to do is make sure that, if you're using this every day on concrete or cleaning up asphalt, what will happen is this cutting edge will start to wear. Once you start seeing it start to wear and kind of get way down, what will happen is it'll get into your actual blade. So it goes from a replacement part to actually having to weld the blade up to be able to put a new cutting edge on there. So the sooner we get a hold of this, the better. And obviously, as you come back here, you've got all of your different swivel points for this. This is a big greasing area, so make sure we're going through all these grease points on this daily, and making sure it's good to go. Yeah, another thing I want to talk about on the Mini X is a wear item. Is going to be your bucket. So obviously you're going to have your butter bar or your I don't know what you'd call it. We call them butter bars or protection bars on your teeth. But what happens is normally you wear these teeth out. If you have a tooth that gets broke off or wore off, you need to get it replaced as soon as possible, because once you wear off this receiver for the tooth, it kind of ruins it. So then we have to cut this receiver off and put a new one on. We've got plenty of them here at the shop, so just swing by and grab one and we'll either get it put on for you, or if your Mini X is out in the field, it's pretty simple. You just punch a pin out and put a new one on. So that's pretty much it for a Mini X. This is kind of the simple things you want to go through before you go to get on it and take off every day. So thanks, guys.